find is that you are inspired by them, they are inspired by you. And I feel like a lot of that is surrounding learning how to open up to unconditional love. They could be someone who either you kind of serve as a catalyst for them or they serve as a catalyst to you to really kind of look, I feel like, deeper within yourself, to let go of a lot of the challenging, I feel like, thoughts that you might have about your past or even their past when it comes to love and relationships. So with the Five of Swords energy here, sometimes this can be when we feel really defeated. It can also be when we have some pretty self-sabotaging type of behavior. And so I feel like you will have and find that you do have a very strong attachment to this person. But I also feel like this person is going to be someone who you and the person, vice versa, will be able to kind of surpass and move beyond any type of self-limiting beliefs, self-sabotaging type of behavior, or even letting go of that feeling of being defeated when it does come to love and relationships. I feel like there is going to be a profound amount of transformation that does take place within you, maybe even this other person. It's definitely going to be a very transformative type of relationship where both of you learn how to let go of those types of behaviors, those types of thoughts. And with the Six of Wands energy here, it could even be someone who has maybe kind of undergone this type of transformation on their own, maybe even before meeting you, or it can even be something that they go through while the two of you guys are together. Okay, with the Six of Wands, this can talk about, victory, success, achievements, and I feel like a lot of that is also going to be able to move beyond a lot of those limitations of the ego, because the Six of Wands can sometimes be a little bit of an ego type of energy. And so the Eight of Cups energy is going to be where you find yourself in a place, either, like I said, before meeting this person, or right when you're in a relationship connection with them, or it could be something that they're going through. But the Eight of Cups is about being able to let go and move on from people, situations, and really kind of help you to look and search deeper within yourself. It really is an energy of, setting you on the path of discovering yourself. And so it may be that this person is someone who teaches you to let go and release a lot of those feelings and those emotions that you may have been harboring, holding on to. Really, I feel like a lot of very healing energy within this. Okay, like I said with the Four of Pentacles, I feel like it's going to be someone who does, and you find yourself in a very stable relationship with this person that brings about a strong, stable foundation for the two of you. And it can also be something that you're bringing in for this person as well, right? You could be the one who's kind of serving as a catalyst for them to do a lot of that inner work here as well. So very transformative energy. And then we have the Ten of Cups here. And the Ten of Cups is one of the most beautiful cards within the tarot. The Ten of Cups is really saying that this connection and the way that you feel when you're with this person, and this is going to be something that is mutual, okay? It's not going to be something that is one-sided. The Ten of Cups is where we feel completely fulfilled on every level possible, right? We feel something with this person that is unlike anything that we've ever experienced. This is really telling you that you're going to be your most happiest you've ever been in your life. You're going to feel a sense of stability, a sense of security, a sense of feeling genuine love that is shared between you and this person. And sure, with the Five of Swords, there could definitely be some challenges, right? Because sometimes we can be caught up in some certain, baggage from our past, ego-based thinking or fears, doubts that we have in our mind, a tendency to self-sabotage or even self-limiting beliefs that we have that we can definitely bring into a relationship. But if this is coming from your side, their side, or even something that is mutual that you guys are bringing into this relationship, it's like this relationship, the two of you coming together to heal that, okay? So I'm feeling a really beautiful energy with that. And I'm also seeing that there is this couple here that has a little baby. Okay, so for some of you, it can even be that this is someone that you do end up having a family with, or you just maybe, maybe it could be for babies that you have with this person. Whatever it is that you decide, whatever, happiness means to you, that you dream or envision with this person. Okay. I'm also noticing that in this Four of Pentacles energy here, this person looks like they are really at peace. They look like they're very grounded. So it could even be that you and this person together really have a very grounded relationship, or that your heart, and look again, like I said, this is something that is mutual, not something that's one-sided, right? So knowing when you've met that person where both of your hearts really feel at ease, you feel like you're home, you feel that this is something that where both of you feel so much love, so much appreciation, I feel like, for each other as well, because the Six of Wands is also a lot of recognition that we can bring towards that partner, like that person being someone who's very stand out to us. And it could be that that appreciation and recognition is kind of happening on both sides, where both of you recognize that you are willing to put in the effort. You're willing to put in the focus of bringing a very grounded, stable energy, I feel like, within this connection. Okay, so that's a little bit about this as well. So let's look a little bit more. Where do I want to go? Okay, so we'll look at this one here. Okay, so we do have intention with moss, agate, and the heart chakra. Okay, so I feel like with this person is that this person is going to love you, and vice versa, you loving them, with intention. Okay, because we do also have the mention of the heart chakra energy here as well. I do feel like it is going to be one that is symbolic of the two of you being able to move forward from things that were holding both of you back. I feel like, if anything, holding both of you back in terms of your openness and receptivity to love. So it could be that this connection with this person is really something that helps you to release a lot of those heart chakra blockages, any unwanted, unresolved negative energy that you could be holding on to, they could be holding on to help you to kind of, I feel like, raise vibration, right? Align with a higher vibrational connection. There's going to be a lot of emotional healing here. This person may, and you may even be, ones that really teach each other how to, gain love for this self and learn how to accept love from another person and be open to that. Understanding your own feelings, your own emotions. It could be a learning process, like I said, for some of you, but I feel like it is going to be something that is definitely worth it, because like I said, it could be something that really helps you and this person to really seek out learning more, discovering more, I feel like, about the self. And then because this is also dealing with the heart chakra, some of you may also notice that as blockages are being removed within your heart chakra, their heart chakra, you may also notice that there is a change to your abundance, your manifestations being more aligned. You may also notice a flow of abundance that's kind of coming into your life, where because that heart chakra has been healed, because those blockages have been removed, a lot of our emotional blockages can help us to rebalance our own energies and help us to be more in alignment. And that definitely includes, abundance, blessings, and things like that. Us being open to receive those things from the universe. Okay, it also brings in a lot of joy, a lot of happiness, a lot of positive feeling emotions, and for you to kind of freely let go of those blockages that might be within you and also within that person. So let's see what else. Let's look at this one here to see a little bit more about what this person. Okay, we do have the frog. Let's actually move this up here. So we have your person being represented as the frog, okay? And what I'm already noticing here is that there is all of this rain that looks like it's coming down and clearing over this frog. So to me, it is going to be someone who really, again, same message, helps you to clear, helps you to heal. The person I'm definitely getting very strong water sign energy here, okay? Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces placements in this person's chart. They could be someone who, if not, those signs, that they're kind of taking on the embodiment of that energy where they're really helping you to clear and, cleanse a lot of that energy that you might have, then I'm also feeling like this person is going to be someone who is very enthusiastic about life and, tries to remain very positive. And they may even constantly be someone who goes through a lot of transformative energy, like reinventing themselves and really working towards stabilizing their own energy, acknowledging when, they feel a little bit defeated, but really kind of working on themselves and going through a lot of that, transformation, which is also kind of bringing me to this person and you may also be at a place where you learn how to forgive and let go of a lot of your past, because the way that this person is loving you is something that might help you to release a lot of those. I feel like just being around them, around their energy, could be something that really helps you to release. And it could be the same thing about your energy too, where your energy in combat in the two of you coming together, that it helps both of you to release a lot of things that you could have been holding on to from your past: anger, resentment, pains, burdens, things of that nature, where you kind of feel like this lightness, I feel like, within your own energy, because it feels like I can let go, right? I don't have to worry anymore. I don't have to hold on to things from my past, from my childhood. It's like just the two of you coming together is like this huge kind of place in your life where you can finally breathe without having the baggage from the past. Okay, so huge energy here of that transformation. So let's see. Okay, so what will your connection be like? We'll look at these. Okay, so we have broken heart. We have rebirth. We have admirer. And then we also have self-love, okay, which is perfect for this because, like I said, the love that's here between you and this person. And I'm also noticing, because we have two Knight of Cups, it may not just be all about that this person is a Knight of Cups, but you can also be that person too, who is very sensitive, very loving, very compassionate, very empathetic towards, each other. Both of you also may be very intuitive, but it could be that both of you, right? And I'm looking at how in this self-love here, there's a little mirror here. So it could be that both of you are reflecting maybe wounds, right, towards each other, that you recognize where you're needing to really focus on self-love. And it could be that this person serves as that catalyst for you, or you serve as a catalyst for them, because we do have broken heart here, okay? So it could even be that this person is someone, like I said, who you help to heal, they help to heal you, okay? Especially, like I said, with this Five of Swords, it could be that maybe the two of you have gone through some maybe very challenging relationships that have caused a lot of pain in your past, but we have rebirth here. So, I feel like with the Death card too, cycles coming to an end, situations, like I said, old patterns of behavior, old ways of thinking, situations in your life that are kind of coming to a close, and really kind of a lot of very transformative energy that's happening between you and this person that you might find. We also have admirer here as well. So it can even be that this person is someone who has admired you, or you've admired them. Maybe even like if you know this person, for some of you. And it could be that, there is a lot of admiration that goes both ways. Like I said, with the Six of Wands, it could definitely be about a lot of recognition, right? You both see the importance of the connection. Like I said, it is something that is mutual between you and this person. And with soulmate connections, they're generally going to be a lot easier connections, I would say. It's not to say that they're going to be without conflict or without challenge, but soulmate connections are generally going to be higher vibrational connections of souls that we connect with in this lifetime, that are meant to serve as a purpose, to teach us some really important soul lessons, help to build us up, ones that really where we both inspire each other, right, to become a better version of self. Okay, so let's take a look at what are some of these soul lessons you will learn in this connection with your person, your soulmate. Okay, we do have forgiveness. Okay, which I love because you have the frog here. So the frog, like I said, is going to be about releasing, clearing, forgiving things from the past. Right, all of those things being cleared away. So it could be that, like I said, you are someone who does find forgiveness in your heart to be able to release. Right, you can finally just kind of clear, let go, because it's this connection that helps you to do so. Okay, we also have grounding here. Okay, so it may even teach you to become really grounded. You may find that you feel especially grounded with this person. You feel safe, you feel secure, you feel stable, right? You feel at ease. You don't feel like you have to freak out and worry and be anxious and be nervous. You just feel relaxed, right? Not stressed out. Does this person like me? Do they not like me? Do they want to talk to me? Do they not? Are they interested? You won't have any of that. You're going to just feel calm, peace. It feels natural. It flows with ease. Okay? And then we also have attachment here. And with the attachment here, to me, it's more so about, yes, you could have and develop a strong attachment to this person. But to me, this connection is more about that energy of release. Right? Maybe you're releasing attachments. Maybe you're releasing, this person is teaching you how to release codependency, where you learn how to be more grounded, more independent, or find interdependence in relationship versus being obsessive or, clingy and, super attached. So it can also be something like that as well. Now, this card here is going to represent what your connection will be like with this person. And I'm already kind of having a feeling here, kind of looking at this energy. But we do have conjunction, and it says a union, merging and coming together. Okay, so to me, this is a lot about you and this person really kind of aligning your lives together, right? So with the 10 of Cups here, to me, for you, pile number 1, this is going to be a super significant person connection in your life where you kind of find yourself in that happily ever after with the 10 of Cups. So many of you, this could be the person that you actually end up marrying, the person that you do have a family with, the person who you do find a union with that person. Okay, I'm also getting that it's going to be a connection that is divinely guided for you, right? Something that is very important. The spirit is helping to guide and lead into your life with this person. Okay, so I feel like it's going to be something that really helps you to, like I said, let go of a lot of the past experiences and really kind of make plans for future with this person. The two of you really aligning your lives together, meaning that there is compatibility with this person. The two of you are going to have a very supportive type of partnership where, yes, like I said, there could be some challenges, but I don't think it's anything that you're not going to be able to kind of move beyond. You're going to really see the beauty within each other to really kind of, I feel like, understand each other on a deeper level and how you want to really build something solid. I feel like with this person, right? So it's about the both of you kind of really aligning your lives, like I said, with something that feels very natural, not forced, okay, is really what I'm seeing here. Okay, so I'm going to leave this here for you, pal number 1. I hope this was helpful for you guys. Even if you haven't met this person yet, right, in your life, just kind of remember, like I said, this is something that is mutual, that is felt between the two of you. You're going to notice flow. You're going to notice balance. You're going to notice a lot of transformation that is taking place. Like I said, it could be something that really helps you on your own self-love journey, helping you to heal, past and going through your own rebirth process. Okay, so beautiful energy for you, pile number 1. I'm going to leave it here, and I will see you guys in the next reading. Hi, pile 2. So those of you that resonated with these smoky quartz, I'm not going to edit. It takes too much time. Pile 2 with the smoky quartz. This is going to be a reading today. So we're looking at who is your soulmate. And we're going to be looking at kind of who this person, personality, things of that nature, what your connection will be like with them, important soul lessons of you coming together with this person coming into your life. And then we're also going to look at any other details, that Spirit is kind of wanting to share. So we're going to look at your tarot first. And let's see. We'll do your oracle cards a little bit later. So let's see. Pile number 2. Who is your soulmate? Okay, so we do have the star. Okay, so Aquarius energy. We have the moon. So you've got Pisces. We also have the 2 of Cups. We also have Cancer. We do have the 7 of Pentacles. So you got Taurus. We also have the Ace of Pentacles. Wow, the Tower. The King of Wands. All right, King of Wands. And then we also have the 9 of Pentacles. Okay, so a little bit about this person first. I am seeing that there is a very strong energy coming in here with the King of Wands. And so the King of Wands could be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We also have Capricorn energy here, Virgo as well. Okay, so the King of Wands type of person that this person could be is someone who has very strong leadership skills, abilities. They're going to be someone who is and may be very attractive. Okay, Pile 2, very attractive. You may find yourself very passionately attracted to this person. This person is also going to be someone who has a very passionate drive within them. They are going to be someone who's incredibly independent, someone who is very much a leadership type, someone who's very confident in themselves, someone who's incredibly creative. They're going to be someone who is really kind of like stand out in a crowd. Like you kind of looking at a group of people, you would know this person's presence about them, the way that they carry themselves, the confidence that they have about the way that they speak. They could be someone who does gain a lot of attention from other people, other suitors, other people kind of like being very just kind of drawn to them, to their energy. They're also going to be someone who's extremely motivating. I feel like they motivate people. They're motivating to others. They inspire others. And I feel like they are someone who shows you really that they can put forth a lot of effort to their dreams, to their goals, to their desires. They are maybe someone who does like to be in the spotlight. They're someone who really likes to gain recognition for their accomplishments. I would say sometimes, the King of Wands may kind of let things go a little bit to their head. They could be sometimes a little bit in their ego. But I will say that the King of Wands does bring in a very powerful energy, okay? And I'm seeing that you do have the 9 of Pentacles here as well for your person. The 9 of Pentacles is really about independence, security, stability. So this person may be someone who could own their own business. They could be someone who's very talented, maybe someone who likes to sing, somebody who, maybe they would make a good actor, somebody who just kind of enjoys being in the spotlight, someone who has a lot of talents, a lot of skills, like I said, a very motivated type of person, and they are someone who does not give up, right, on their dreams, their goals. Even if there are challenges, obstacles, and things like that may be along their path, they don't care. They're going to get what it is that they want, what they're kind of like this driving force within them that feels that they want to accomplish. They want to, do much, I feel like, within their life. And with the 9 of Pentacles being here, this is going to be someone who has worked really hard to be where they're at in their life. The 9 of Pentacles is this energy of abundance and stability, security, someone who has really made a lot of really great choices, amazing choices in their life, to bring themselves to this place where they can, go where they want. They can travel. They can be someone who really looks towards the future of setting themselves up for long-term success, right? Retirement. There's someone who kind of thinks and projects, I feel like, into the future. I'm also feeling with the Ace of Pentacles energy here, this is going to be someone who's an excellent manifester. Someone who is, truly remains optimistic about things. But I don't feel like in an overly kind of toxic positive way, but I feel like they are someone who chooses to look at the glass half full versus half empty kind of thing, if I'm saying that right. The star energy, though, is really beautiful. It's about hope, it's about faith, it's about trust, it's about belief, and a lot of that I feel like comes from the belief that they have within themselves. Like I said, the extreme amount of confidence, right? Their ability to kind of assert their power and leadership, like I said, skills, abilities. They could be someone who, like I said, is an entrepreneur. They own their own business. There's someone who's meant to lead, not to follow. This person would be kind of like the trailblazer, type of person. I'm also feeling with the Two of Cups energy here that this person, definitely soulmate energy with the Two of Cups, but they're also going to be someone who you find a lot of balance, a lot of harmony, and they can also have that balance and harmony within their self. There's a good balance between both their feminine and their masculine energies, regardless of their gender. They are someone who really puts in a lot of effort, a lot of focus into planting seeds with intention towards future, I have a feeling that this person also may be someone who does, I feel like, occasionally allow doubt to kind of creep into their mind, but I feel like they've really worked really hard to heal that type of aspect within themselves, because just like the rest of us, this person could be someone who does have their own fears, right? Their own insecurities, things like that. But it really is about them learning to be patient, I feel like, with the things that they are working towards manifesting. Okay? So that's kind of what I'm seeing as far as maybe this person, kind of their personality, things like that. But with regard to your connection with this person, I do feel like it is going to be one that is extremely passionate between you and this person. There's going to be a lot of attraction, a lot of chemistry. When the King of Wands loves, the King of Wands loves hard. So I feel like this person is going to be someone who you find balance, you find harmony, you find peace, you find a very strong soul connection with this person, a very strong friendship, a very strong partnership with this person. I feel like this person will also be someone that teaches you both to be patient with each other. Okay, with that Seven of Pentacles, the moon energy here, it can also be that this person is someone who serves as a catalyst to you, or you serving as a catalyst to them, to really kind of bring to the surface a lot of hidden fears, emotions to the surface to heal. Okay, so it could even be that this person is someone who, I feel like because of the independence here, it could even be someone who stays single, or someone who, likes their freedom, likes their independence. And so there could be certain fears that this person does have about, maybe settling down, commitment, and things like that. And I feel like this will be a connection that you really find with this person that is very healing, very inspiring. The two of you really admiring each other. With the Tower energy here, it can also be that there is profound change within your life. It could be that this is someone who you are going through massive upheaval, turmoil in your life. Things really shifting, things really changing, things that are kind of like outside of your control that are really helping you to kind of get redirected and aligned with this person. It could even be that this person is someone who is also going through some massive change, okay, within their life. The Tower energy is also something that can happen very unexpectedly, and very surprising kind of way that you meet and connect with this person. Some of you, I feel like it's going to be I feel like a very transformative connection, in that there is healing here, right, with the star energy. And for some of you, it can even be a very strong spiritual connection that you do feel with this person as well. Some of you may also notice that there is abundance also, because, like I said, this King of Wands type of energy is someone who strives towards success, right? Really thinking ahead. So it could even be that as you are with this person, the two of you kind of coming together, that you notice also any blockages that you have surrounding opportunities, abundance, blessings, and things of that nature kind of coming into your life, that you also notice, right? This kind of flow. Things just kind of flowing. It may even be someone who really inspires you to kind of really take some time to evaluate where your kind of placing your energy? Are these things that are really kind of giving back to you, or are these things you're really needing to kind of let go of? They may also be someone who triggers a lot of your own fears, a lot of your own insecurities, right? Things that cloud your judgment. And this person, because of the strength of their energy, could be someone who kind of helps you to kind of clear those things away, so that you really also learn how to be very independent, very focused, very disciplined, very grounded. I feel like within your energy, right? So that I'm seeing maybe profound change with this. Okay. So let's see what else. Let's look at this one here. Okay, so we do have the smoky Amazonite regular star, and it says abundance here with card number 17, which is also the star. Okay, so yeah, I'm definitely getting this energy here of healing surrounding abundance, right? So it could be that both of you, really with your energy in that connection, the two of you coming together to also heal mindset, right? Heal fears, doubts that you have in yourself, with your ability to kind of be independent, right? Less codependent in relations, more interdependent, and really learn how to be patient, right? As you're investing your time and energy, even into this connection with this person, right? So yeah, moving away from a dependent mind frame of depending upon other people, right, for abundance or for blessings or for opportunity, that you learn how to manifest these things on your own. So it could be that this person is someone who does provide inspiration for you to also kind of step into your power, right? So yeah, I'm feeling it's going to be a connection that is very fulfilling for you. Someone who definitely, I'm also getting some Leo, strong Leo energy here. Someone who kind of, you notice that there is some profound changes, I feel like, with the abundance, the flow of abundance, the flow of prosperity, the flow of opportunities that are kind of coming into your life. It's going to kind of bring about a sense of determination within you. You, like I said, stepping into your power. Okay, willpower also within yourself that you find, with also shifting your mindset, I feel like, to match that of your partner here, right? Being able to kind of also release stress, emotional issues, past traumas, any type of energetic blocks that may be kind of blocking your path, I feel like, to abundance as well. So that may be something very significant that you notice within your life that is kind of happening surrounding meeting this person, connecting with them, where you know this is the person, this is the soulmate, right? Because things start to flow, right? When we're in alignment with the universe, with what the universe has intended for us, we start to notice the flow of certain things within our life, right? Things improving, things getting better. So let's see what else. Let's see this one here, which is going to be more about your person's characteristics. And we do have the whale. Okay, so this is also water energy. So we've got Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy with that as well. And so with the whale, this is talking about someone who, I feel like this person is going to be someone who's comfortable with talking about the more difficult, more challenging emotions that could be there, and really kind of bringing those things to the surface to be able to heal. So this person will be someone who is able to emotionally express themselves, someone who you find strength, stability, and depth to this person's heart, to their, like, to them as a person, right? So if you're maybe connecting with someone that is maybe, say, emotionally closed off, that's probably not the person. Okay, because this someone with the whale energy here is going to be someone who's compassionate, someone who's really good with communication, someone who kind of serves as a beacon for allowing you, or even other people. They could be someone who gives people advice, right? They have a very healing energy with the star. There's someone who might talk to people and kind of help people to see things in a very different perspective that this person will share, right? So it's also very connected into the feminine energy. So this person, if they are a male, they're going to be someone who's very connected into their feminine energy, which is very compassionate, very caring. I feel like they are going to be passionate, like I said, not only about the things within their life, but also passionate about people, caring for people, receptive, open, okay, is kind of what you're going to find with this person. This person is also going to be someone who practices regular self-care, right? You're also going to find a profound sense of peace kind of being around this person. And this person may even be someone who teaches you to kind of delve deeper even into your own feelings, your own emotions. So let's take a look. We're going to look at these ones here, which are going to be a little bit more about this connection with this person. We do have equality here, which is really, I feel like this person treating you fair, being open, being honest, very balanced connection, equal give and take within the partnership. Okay, I'm also getting some Libra energy here with that because it does remind me of the Justice card. We also have complicated. Okay. We have unrequited. And then we also have perspective. Okay. So what I'm getting from this energy here too is that this could be a connection that I almost feel like this person or you, it could be vice versa. You're healing them, they're healing you, you guys are healing together within this connection. But some of you may have had some very past or some past connections that have been very complicated. Finding yourself in unrequited love situations in which there was a lack of balance, meaning that you could have been the person who was putting in more work, the other person was not. This connection is going to be different, right? This person is going to be someone who really changes the game as far as showing you a very different aspect of the way that love can truly be. Okay, you guys are going to have a very strong emotional bond connection. It's going to feel very beautiful in that you guys feel like very strong friends, like a very strong bond with the person. You're able to talk to them, you're able to communicate, the two of you get along well, there's balance, there's harmony, and I feel like with the complicated here and the unrequited and equality, which, like I said, reminds me of the Justice card, that it's going to be kind of like that karmic energy that you've had from your past connections is like almost like this person and you coming together is like a karmic reward. This is an opportunity for a new beginning, to create a new beginning, right? To let go of those people, those situations that you may have had in the past in which things were not balanced, right? Or the other person could have been someone who's putting in the work and you were not open and receptive to giving back. Some of you could have also been dealing with rejection that you may also be feeling that could have been something that, affected your self-esteem, your self-worth. And this person is going to be someone who speaks to you in a way that they show compassion, they show empathy towards the things that you have gone through. And like I said, really helps you to kind of encourage you to bring those fears, those worries, those doubts, the confusion in your heart of not being able to trust love, and kind of helping you to dissolve those, helping you to kind of really evaluate things, right? And really help to change and shift your perspective, I feel like, on love, on strength, on stability, and what love really is. Okay? So these ones here are going to really talk about what soul lessons you will learn with this person, with the soulmate coming into your life. Okay? We have on the right path. We have unconditional love. We have divine intervention, which is that tower right there. And then we have focus and discipline. Okay? So yes, like I said, the complicated stuff, the unrequited love type of stuff, no more. Okay? With this person. This person is going to show you what unconditional love truly is, right? And it won't be something that they just give to you, right? You may also be giving this to them because they can also be someone too who has gone through some complicated love situations or dealt with rejection, right? But when you two align with each other on the right path, means to me that when you meet this person and you are connecting with them, everything is going to fall into place, right? We have divine intervention taking place here, the tower energy here, which is really about massive upheaval, shift, right? Destruction. So some of you, like I said, you may notice that there are some things that are kind of being removed out of your life, right? And that could be things that are no longer in alignment with you, right? Old relationships, job changes, kind of just being at this place on your path where you're feeling something needs to change, something needs to happen, right? So divine intervention is taking place within this person to help you to align with this person, maybe even to help you more to focus on your own, right? Really get yourself grounded, get yourself focused, get yourself disciplined, keep you open, setting you on the right path, right? Which is beautiful energy here. Okay. Now this card here is going to represent what your relationship, your connection will be like with this person. Okay. And we do have earth energy here, and it says persistence, patience, and practicality. Okay. So some of you, it can even be that you are connecting with an earth sign. We have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn with this. Okay. But what it's also telling me here is that this person and you being together, your relationship could be something that is very stable, very secure, really helps you to put forth the effort, right? And be patient with one another, especially if there are some certain things that you guys are both healing from your own past, right? But you learn to kind of put forth the effort. And I feel like this is going to be a relationship that you feel like you can depend on. You feel safe. You feel secure with this person. Within the relationship, it's going to be a relationship that brings forth a lot of stability for you, a lot of security, a lot of loyalty. I feel like with this person, right, where the two of you really work towards building a solid foundation within your connection with each other. Okay, putting in efforts, both recognizing each other's accomplishments, the work that both of you are really putting into the connection, right? And it could be that you and this person really set goals together for your connection, both of you being in alignment. It's going to be something that's extremely passionate between the two of you. And it's not to say that it's not going to be without hard work, right? Because every single relationship takes work. It doesn't matter what the label of a connection is, right? Everything takes work. Everything takes us putting in our effort, showing that effort, showing appreciation, gratitude for our partner, and for putting forth that energy, and even shifting away from, certain things that you may have gone through in your past, or they may have gone through in their past, and also showing respect for one another. Okay. But learning, I feel like, a lot of how to be independent. Like I said, less codependency, less fear surrounding. To me, it's kind of like you feeling this energy with this person that is very safe, very secure, where you're no longer kind of worrying, right, about whether or not this person is going to leave, are they not going to bring forth the right energy? But yeah, I feel like you're going to see the big indication of you feeling like you are on the right path, because things are going to start to fall into alignment with you, right? This person being someone who's very inspiring to you, or you inspiring to them, and you notice this shift and this change, and like I said, the blessings kind of coming in, flowing into your life. Okay, so I'm going to leave it here for you, pile number 2. I hope this reading was helpful for you guys, and I will see you in the next one. Hi, pile 3. So for those of you that resonated with the green fluorite, this is going to be your reading today, and we're looking at who is your soulmate, what will your connection be like with that person, and some important soul lessons that you may learn in the connection with this person. Okay, so we're going to look at your tarot first, and then we will look at your oracle. So we have the Empress, we have the Sun, we have the Six of Cups, we have the Ace of Swords, we have Strength, the Knight of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles, and then we also have Temperance. Okay, so we do have Taurus, Libra, Leo, Scorpio, strong Leo energy here. We've got the Sun card and the Strength card. We also have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We do have Sagittarius. And then we also have the Gemini, Aquarius energy here as well. Okay, so those are the zodiac signs. It could be sun, moon, or rising. Doesn't have to be, but it could more so be about the embodiment of this energy that you will find in the connection or their personality. Okay, so I am seeing that this will be someone who is I feel like very confident in themselves. They're generally going to be someone who does have a pleasant disposition. They're going to be someone who is, tries to remain positive, happy, joyful within their life. I also feel like this person will be someone who has really learned, I feel it, to control a lot of their feelings, emotions, and kind of bring those things into balance within themselves. Okay? Because the strength energy being here is really talking about inner strength within us. And that is with our feelings, our emotions. Sometimes because the strength card is really about being able to control those impulses, those, I would just kind of use it as an example. Let's just say that if you are someone who kind of gets easily irritated and you get angry at someone and you kind of want to lash out at them, right? Or you want to act out in a very, let's just say, overly emotional way, right? Strength is what really helps us to learn how to control, not suppress, but learn how to balance out those feelings, emotions, impulsivity, that comes along with saying kind of like the wrong things at the wrong time or making some really impulsive decisions. And what I just noticed here also is that there is the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles. Okay. Now these are two, I would say, very opposite energies. The Knight of Pentacles is going to be the slowest energy in the deck, the slowest knight for that matter. The Knight of Swords is the fastest, the quickest. So the Knight of Swords type of person could be someone who does have a tendency to be very impulsive, right? Split decisions, because they take decisive action and they kind of make things happen quickly. And sometimes those decisions that are made like that can sometimes get them in trouble. Sometimes they can say things that they don't mean. They can be very impulsive in that way, or even with some of the actions that they might have, right? And then we've got the Knight of Pentacles energy, who is a lot more methodical about things. They're more practical. They're more dependable. They're very slow movers, right? So to me, looking at the strength card here with that balance inside is kind of what your person could be learning, or it could be that they are this person who is maybe really quick with some things and then really slow with other things, right? It can be kind of like that combination of these things. However, the Knight of Pentacles is going to be someone who's very loyal, someone who's dependable, someone who is committed, showing they are committed to you. They may be someone who is, like I said, a little slow moving when it comes to certain things. So it could even be that you find yourself with someone, the soulmate here, that they take things slow and they want to take things slow, right? And then maybe with other things with the Knight of Swords here is going to be about someone who is very decisive. They take action quickly. They're a quick thinker. They're very quick-witted, right? So when you talk to them, when they communicate with other people, they may just kind of be that person who knows, just what to say. Like I said, sometimes that energy can get them in trouble. But I'm also noticing we have Temperance here as well, okay? Now, Temperance energy is about balance. It's also about patience. So it could be that this person is someone who has learned to be more patient, or they will learn to be more patient, or it could be someone that you need to practice patience with. Okay? It could be something that also teaches you how to really find that balance within yourself too, because sometimes there could be certain things that, let's just say, you want to do things quickly. This person is a little bit more slower. It can be the complete opposite, where both of you learn how to find that balance within each other. I'm also seeing we do have the Six of Cups here. So some of you, okay, with the Six of Cups, it could be that this is a connection, a soulmate connection for you, that you do know who this person is. Okay, the Six of Cups can talk about our past. It can talk about past relationships, past friendships, past connections. It could even be past life for some of you. So there could be a strong sense of familiarity with this person. The Six of Cups is also the energy of nostalgia, childhood memories. So it can be that when you're around this person, you feel like your inner child feels happy. You feel content. You feel something beautiful from within. You have a very strong bond with this person, okay? And we also have the Empress here too. So with the Empress, I feel like it will be someone who is very nurturing, very loving, someone who sees your worth, shows you they know your worth, right? It could even be someone who helps you to learn your worth, to learn your value. It could be a person who kind of serves as a catalyst in your life for you to really, I'm seeing, heal the inner child, to find balance within your own feelings, your own emotions, right? Maybe learning how to be more emotionally mature, teaching you how to heal, because the temperance is also a very healing energy, right? Temperance, because I said it's about balance, and these are two very different energies here. Like I said, fast and slow. Temperance is about us doing things in moderation, right? So it could really be that your person is someone who is learning this lesson, right? Someone who's learning how to temper certain actions or words or temper or, impulsivity or something with that, right? I also feel like it's going to be a connection that is very passionate between you and this person. Okay. I will feel like this person with the Empress energy, like I said, for some of you, it's going to be someone who teaches you to learn to love yourself, to really kind of boost up your self-esteem, your self-worth, your confidence. And with the Sun energy here, there is this feeling of completion coming full circle. So for some of you, it can be that this person is someone who really helps you to heal a lot of your past, someone who maybe even teaches you to learn to be maybe even more optimistic about life, right? Some of you can also be that you find yourself as complete opposite than this person. Maybe you are the someone who is bringing in more grounded energy or likes things more organized, more disciplined, and this person is someone who is kind of like all over the place. And then together you guys are that perfect balance, or learning to find that perfect balance. I don't feel like it's going to come without conflict, though. I will say that. There could be some conflict. There could be some challenges, right, with this. And with the Ace of Swords energy here, I'm seeing the keyword understanding. However, the Ace of Swords is also about clarity. It's about a breakthrough. It's about being able to see things clearly. So it could really be that this person is someone who helps you to maybe learn to become or step into a more empowered version of yourself. With the Empress, learning to be more nurturing, more compassionate, more open, more receptive. Maybe it's something that teaches both of you, right? To learn to be more loving, to kind of go with the flow, and to learn how to really work together, come together into union with one another, and to really find strength and courage and willpower and determination to be able to move beyond the challenges that you might find within the connection. So yeah, I think like the Temperance card, healing, patience is going to be a big thing, right? Both of you learning how to find balance within both of your energies here. Okay. What else with the Six of Cups? I feel like it's going to be a connection that is very kind, very sweet, very innocent, very loving, very gentle, very giving towards one another. Okay. Some of you, it could even be someone that you know from your childhood, you know from your past. Doesn't even necessarily need to be someone that you've been in a relationship with. However, there is that influence there. So some of you might find, oh, this feels like a past life energy with this person, or just feel this sense of familiarity, right? The Empress energy is also about abundance, fertility, growth. So some of you may even have children with this person, because I am seeing the Six of Cups, which can also be about a child or children. The Sun card can also be about, the birth of a child. Some of you may have a child or children with this person. The Empress also represents fertility. Okay, so some of you, yes, you could have a child, children, family with this person. Some of you could even be someone that you do end up marrying, right? Because the Empress also represents the energy of a mother or wife. Okay, so some of you can find that this person is matching that description there as well. So let's see if there's anything else I'm forgetting. What else? Okay, so I think I'm going to move forward unless something sticks out to me a little bit later. But yeah, look at this card here. We have this couple that's here, and they're standing right in front of these mountains. Okay, so to me, this tells me that there could be some challenges that you will have and find with this person that you're needing to kind of overcome, and stay optimistic about being able to overcome with this person. And it could be that maybe the two of you are able to put the past in the past, move beyond the challenges that are there, and you finally have like this breakthrough, right? We have the sun's kind of coming over the horizon of these mountains. So telling me that the challenges that you will face with this person in this connection are not in a way that you cannot move beyond them. Yes, it could be difficult. Yes, it can be challenging, especially for those of you where you could have inner childhood wounds or things like that that need to be healed. Okay, but it could be that both of you kind of find this mutual understanding of finding this balance within your energies and remain optimistic about what you can build, what is possible for this connection. And it could take both of you, right, with the Empress energy here, both of you learning to be more compassionate, more receptive, more nurturing, right, versus maybe, say, being guarded. What I'm seeing, okay? So let's actually do this one here. Okay, so we've got the energy of Neptune, Larimar, and we also have perspective. So we do have a strong Pisces energy there with Neptune. Now, Neptune can be something that is a little tricky, okay? Because Neptune can really, the influence of Neptune can really bring in a lot of illusions and not being able to kind of see reality clearly. So, I feel like with this saying that this person could be someone who maybe there are a lot of illusions that you will need to move past with this person, and it can be about those illusions that you have about self, or even about the ability to kind of move beyond challenges or obstacles that you might find with that person. Okay, it's all about shifting or changing your perspective. I feel like it's going to be the big thing with this person, right? It's about how you balance out the illusions that the influence of Neptune does bring in, and any sense of maybe imperfection that you might find within another person, or not feeling complete, right, within yourself, or finding fault in another person and not taking an accurate look at, let's just say, what kind of energy you bring, right, as well. So it's helping you to kind of move beyond those things, I feel, and about moving deeper into yourself, and about, you know, changing from maybe, say, a more analytical, overthinking things, overanalyzing things, into a place that is more open and receptive, because sometimes that way of thinking can create confusion, right, between the two of you, which could create conflict. Okay, it's also helping you to kind of let go of fantasy, let go of illusion, disillusionment that you might have about things when we kind of think irrationally about certain things, right? Which can all be that influence of Neptune there. Okay, so I feel like it could be something that's challenging your perspective, right? It's also challenging this person's perspective as well. Okay, so even for those of you where you find yourself in conversations or even conflict, challenging conversations that you might have with this person, it's really teaching you how to be, I feel like, more compassionate, right? Because you are not really judging what this person's gone through, and they're not really, you know, meant to judge what you've gone through in your past, but you both see each other's kind of like your wounds, and being respectful of that. It's not to say that you need to be a doormat and let someone treat you and talk to you in a way that is not healthy, right? But it's you speaking your truth, but speaking from a place of unconditional love, okay? With learning how to communicate warmly, openly, respectfully, with dignity, holding yourself with grace. Okay, maybe something that both of you are kind of learning here. So it can be, with this person, a very eye-opening experience, I feel like, and that's probably why we have the Ace of Swords there, which is bringing in clarity. So it's kind of like this energy and this connection is helping to harmonize between the two of you, okay, which is the action of that Larimar crystal, helping to harmonize the energies, create balanced vibrations between the both of you. We have Temperance energy here, okay, helping you to shift your perspective, right? Maybe even helping you to kind of move away from patterns of behavior, ways of thinking, ways of speaking to people, not just on your side, but on your person's side too, that are not really healthy, that are not really conducive to creating a harmonious or balanced connection between the two of you, okay? So I am feeling that there's going to be a lot of healing within this connection with this person. So let's take a look at this card here. This is also going to represent this person's energy. So we do have the Bee. So I'm also feeling that this is going to be someone who is an extremely hardworking type of person. This is going to be someone who does collaborate, connect with other people. They may like to be around other people, spend time with other people. We do also have air sign energy here. Okay, so Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. type of energy with that person. So it's going to be someone who's, like I said, extremely hardworking type of person. Someone who is, like I said, primarily fun to be around, a joy to be around, someone who likes to have fun, someone who is thoughtful, someone who's very sensitive, someone who is, I feel like this person is someone who likes to stay busy. They like to work. They like to take action. They like to really focus and keep themselves disciplined and with getting certain things done. Even if they are someone who has a slow approach to it, there's someone who's very methodical about it. There's someone who stays dedicated or committed to whatever it is they're working on, and that will also show the type of energy this person puts into the connection with you. Okay, they may also be someone who enjoys art, someone who enjoys forms of expression and ways and things of that nature. That it could be that there's someone who's also very creative here as well. Okay, so let's take a look at these ones here. A little bit more about what your connection will be like with this person. We do have a divine time. We have long distance love. Okay, it says across oceans and faraway places, distance is no barrier with this love, especially for those of you where you've known this person from the past, or this person may be someone who is an online love, long distance love, someone who you don't live in the same city as, the same country in. Okay, but yeah, I feel like this person really shows love. Both of you may show a lot of love for each other. Some of you, like I said, with the Six of Cups, could be someone who's returning, okay, into your life. We also have dead end, and then we have frigidity. Okay, so yeah, that could be a little bit of this challenge that I'm seeing here kind of with this person. For some of you with a long distance, it could be, like thinking to yourself, is this even going to work? Right? Am I going to be able to make this connection work if it is long distance? And with the frigidity here, I feel more so this could be kind of the energy of stubbornness. And this may be, something that you and this person are really needing to kind of work towards getting through, making it through, getting over. Is sometimes that frigidity could be that if a person, either you or this person are even together, there could be a no contact situation that you're kind of working through. It could be, maybe that you feel like there's certain blockages that you're not able to get past, but this connection is really about helping you to, like I said, learn to be patient, learn to kind of meet another person from a place of unconditional love. Okay? And the frigidity may also be that if you guys, either one of you has a tendency to shut down, right? And that may be something that you're needing to work on, and maybe part of the shadow work that is also required or needed. We'll look when we get into the soul lessons you're meant to learn to see how this kind of plays into that. But yeah, to me, I'm kind of seeing that there's some type of blockages here. And like I said, looking at the Sun card here, it looks like Spirit is saying, yes, there's going to be some challenges within this connection, right? But it's nothing that you can't get past. The sun, it's peeking out right over the horizon of those mountains, and it's really going to take the two of you coming together to work towards those things, okay? So don't feel, I feel like when you meet this person, or if you haven't met them already, or you don't know who they are, there are going to be challenges, okay? And that goes with kind of what we're seeing here within this energy. The frigidity may also be maybe non-action, maybe something that is, maybe if you stop, like I said, stop talking to this person, or you notice that either one of you have a tendency to shut down, and it's really about you also learning how to communicate with that person. I'm seeing that it says dead end here, but I'm also noticing there's an opening up here. Okay? So to me, it's like you may perceive it with, especially with the Neptune energy here, right? Illusion, disillusionment of I can't get past this, or I can't do this, or I can't do that type of mentality. It's about changing that. It's about you finally having a breakthrough in communication, in clarity, in learning, okay, maybe the way that me and this person have been interacting with each other isn't healthy. It's not working. How can I approach this situation with love? How can I approach this situation with more patience? How can I approach the situation with more optimism, right? More gentleness, more kindness, more learning how to control my emotions versus acting out, saying something that I don't really mean, right? Because to me, it's kind of like things going cold, or things kind of where either one of you can be a little bit stubborn and not wanting to change. Like I said, some of you could be complete opposites, where one person is all about taking action quick and the other person's like, I'm just taking my time. And it could be something that really kind of frustrates you, right, with this person for some of you. So it's really about you finding that balance, like I said, with temperance energy here. Okay, so let's look at the soul lessons you might learn or meant to learn with this person. Also, divine time here. It could be that, you know, along with the patience, that especially for those of you where it is, say, like a long distance love, or this person is from your past, that this person is brought back into your life, or brought into your life, even say for the first time, right? In divine timing, it's also about you, maybe for some of you, learning how to really kind of be open and receptive to love, right? Learning to move beyond your own challenges, your own obstacles in their life. So don't get discouraged if you have not met this person yet. It's all about your perspective, right? So let's see, soul lessons. We've got soul lessons. Let's see, what else? We have overcome adversity. Okay, which is exactly what we're seeing here. Soul lessons in overcoming adversity, challenge, things that we feel like, I cannot get past this, right? There's no way I can get past this. It's about you changing your perspective into, yes, we can. Yes, we can get through this. No, it's not a dead end, right? It is possible for us to be able to find balance and to really put forth the effort towards this. We also have the crown chakra. Okay, now what I will see with the soul lesson that your soul's learning, both of you may be learning with the crown chakra. The crown chakra is our connection to source, our connection to spirit, God, universe. When our crown chakra is blocked, we feel lost. We feel like we don't know who we are. We have no identity. We don't know why we're here. We don't know what direction we're going. We've lost our compass, right? So for many of you, if you are, say, kind of feeling like you don't know what your purpose is, you don't know, who you are truly, your most authentic self, right? Because our whole plan here with coming to Earth is to become the best version of ourselves, the most authentic version, to step into the path of becoming our higher self, right? And the only way we really do that is by helping to clear and remove these blockages so that we can keep that crown chakra open, so we are able to get that guidance, right? From source, from spirit. We feel led. We're living a life with purpose. We're living a life with intention, right? Versus kind of feeling, oh, well, this is a blockage and I'm just going to quit. I'm just going to give up, right? No matter what it is in your life, right? Whether it's abundance, it's money, it's, finding a place to live, it's a house, it's a car, it's a, retirement, it's whatever it is, right? So helping you to kind of remove those blockages within the crown chakra, which is helping you to get more connected with source, right? So that you don't feel like you're lost, so that you don't feel like you're going through life with no navigation tools. You don't know where you're going, what you're doing, what your plan is. It's really helping you to kind of open that world up, that path up for you, so that you're no longer keeping yourself stuck in illusion or not seeing reality clearly, but that breakthrough is actually something that happens for you, right? For some of that Ace of Swords can even symbolize an awakening, right? A spiritual awakening that you're going through or about to go through or going to have with this person, where you kind of see the world in a completely different way once you're able to kind of get that energy of Neptune, that influence of disillusionment or illusion out of there, and you're able to kind of sort through, right, the things that are bringing about confusion or the adversity or challenges that you feel like you cannot move past. Okay. We also have your manifestations being aligned. So some of you, when you're with the right person, when you're with this person, this soulmate, you may start to notice how things start to shift, how things start to open up for you, right? No more dead ends. No more kind of facing adversity and feeling like I cannot get past this. This is you starting to learn how your life and watching your life change. Okay, with the things that you're wanting, or maybe the things that you've dreamt about, the things that you've wanted for yourself, really start to take shape and come together for you. Okay, which is beautiful. So this last card that we have here is going to represent what your connection will be like with this person. Okay. So, no surprise, we have the energy of Mars, which is can be a very challenging energy. Okay, it says move forward and defend self. Okay, so Mars energy can be something that does bring in a lot of conflict, a lot of challenges, right? But it really kind of pushes you to grow. Mars energy can be something that really kind of almost like forces you in a way to deal with things, right? Putting them kind of like right there in your face. We're not escaping this any longer. The universe is saying we're going to move past this, right? It's about you finding determination, your willpower, your courage, right? With the Strength card, which is all about courage to move forward, to succeed, to move beyond, right? Adversity and things like that. So it can be a very forceful energy with Mars. So we also have Aries energy that does come in with that as well. And it can also be a connection for you with this person, right? That tells you you will really have to fight for this connection, right? There are going to be challenges, right? But they are not ones that you cannot move beyond. And those challenges could be things that you find within your personalities. It could be about, like I said, opening yourself up to unconditional love. It can be like if you are someone who's a little bit more, say, closed off, right, emotionally, or you find that that person is someone who also is closed off or shuts down, that it forces you in a way to kind of change perspective. How can I approach this relationship? How can I approach this connection in a different way, right? How can I think about this differently? So Mars energy can also be something that is very passionate, right? All of that fiery energy, very passionate energy with this person. It can also feel that you or the person may be a little bit defensive, right? It could be like you're trying to really kind of state your opinions, your way, your kind of values, your opinions, and it could be something that differs greatly from the other person's, right? But is really, again, like Spirit's saying, opening up to that. Okay, so I'm noticing that we have the Empress here, and then the Mars energy also represents the energy of the Emperor, which is Aries energy in the tarot too. So we have both feminine and masculine. Okay, so for some of you, it can even be, you know, truly soulmate connection. For some of you, divine counterpart type of situation with this person. But this is really teaching you to really confront a lot of those things that you may have been pushing away from past relationships, right? It's kind of like with this connection, no more. We're not going any further. We're not going any further with the mentality that we may have had in the past of feeling stuck or feeling disempowered or not loving the self enough or not being able to learn to control our feelings, our emotions, and bring those things into balance. So it's really kind of very challenging energy, okay? And we'll say that with this, and really helping you to kind of maybe even ignite your passions in life, right? Your drive, finding that you reflect and look at yourself as the Empress or as the Emperor, right? You learn how to be more focused. You learn how to be more disciplined, right? Maybe together you learn how to create strategies, plans with one another, or you learn how to nurture each other, right? In a way that is healthy. Okay, so yes, struggles, challenges, but also remaining, I feel like, enthusiastic about being able to kind of move beyond these. So where you do see the challenges that come in with this person, with the connection, and instead of kind of shutting down and saying, okay, you know, forget it, there's nothing I can do about it, but you learn how to shift and change your own perspective and kind of have, especially with the crown chakra clearing here, to me, that crown chakra clearing is that Ace of Swords, right? It is you finally having a breakthrough, right? Maybe you feel one day like, wow, I've been going about this all wrong, right? And I can finally have this clarity that I need to be able to kind of know how to move forward. When I felt like I couldn't, I can learn how to balance out my energy with this person, okay? So yeah, it's really an energy that is very forceful, pushing you, helping you to find the willpower, the courage within yourself to look at love, look at relationships, look at challenges that you might have that you feel like you cannot move beyond, and finally have a breakthrough with this person. And I feel like a lot of it has to do with your way of thinking and your way of communicating with this person till you both get on the same page to kind of clear the path for you to really kind of open up to the love that this connection is truly meant to have. Okay, so I'm going to leave it here for you, pile number 3. I hope that this reading was helpful for you guys, and I will see you in the next one.